Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
It's the Jimm.
And Dave, beer review. And this is the William Shatner tribute. No. Dave, what's on tap?
It's Weyerbacher's
Weyerbacher's. Woo-hoo.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy is 11.8 ABV. It is our quad aged in bourbon barrels.
Bourbon barrels and the quad.
Which gives it a gentle vanilla note and complements rather than supersedes the complex qualities that remake the quad. They put that in, big print. Quad.
Capital letters?
Big print.
Oh.
Yes, capital.
Right.
An incredible beer.
Beer.
It is a fully bottled condition available only in the 750 cork and cage package. This is 22 ounces.
22 ounces. Wow, look at that. This is fancy.
It's like 2 beers.
It's got a cork. That's when you know you got a fancy beer.
I never bought a bottle with a cork in it yet. A beer.
I think we might have once or twice.
Not me. That I remember anyway.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Trappist.
Blasphemy is brewed roughly in time for May release each year.
Okay. Well, to me, Weyerbacher is the definition of craft beer. I think this was one of the first ones we had that we were just like...
the bottle, too, so let's try to keep it nice and neat as we can. I'll put this right back on.
All right.
Be easy, son.
I have the power.
Son, shop.
Anyway.
I don't think it's going to fit back in, though. But it's a cork that says Weyerbacher on it.
Ooh. All right.
Keep this. There's certain bottles I like to keep, and this looks like one of them probably. Oh, there's food pairings.
Oh, you food pair away.
Works well with hearty stews and roasted meats. Enjoy with desserts like creme brulee and sweet caramel-like desserts. Cheese pairings, strong cheeses. That's somebody that's working out. General info is the ABV is 11.8. Hops are Simcoe. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Recommending serving 45 to 55 Fahrenheit. Serving glass is a Cuvee or a Snifter. Snifter. Available in the spring. I went to another website and found the IBUs, which is 39.
All right, so not too bad.
Is that it?
I think so.
That's it? That was $8.99?
It actually says aged in whiskey barrels.
Yes. It didn't say it wasn't.
It said bourbon barrels.
It said bourbon, didn't it?
Oh, whiskey, bourbon.
Whiskey, bourbon, whiskey.
That says whiskey on the bottle, though. Let me see.
Hold on. How are you doing? I'm trying to put this on, Jim.
Yeah, you can do the doing.
I can't. It says bourbon. Whiskey's bourbon. Bourbon's whiskey, my friend. It's the same thing. Oh, same thing.
Well, all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Scotch is whiskey. Do you know that?
I did. But while all Scotch is whiskey, not all whiskey is Scotch.
Single malt Scotch.
Ooh, mouth-watering smell right there. That's pretty dark on the SRM scale.
Yes, that's what she said.
It's opaque. I can't see through it. So cloudy. It's probably unfiltered, as you might expect.
Not like a. What is this?
I would give this a 90% darkness.
Bourbon barrels.
80,
bourbon
85.
barrels.
I can smell bourbon barrel notes. I got a little bit of sweetness.
You smell your Simcoe?
I do not. A little bit of sweetness. It's got that. It's got
brownish,
a
not
quad
black.
smell. No, it's not black.
What is this?
On the SRM scale, I don't know.
No. What is it? It says in the porter, it's not stout.
It's a quad.
What does a quad mean?
Well, basically, my understanding, this is not a textbook dictionary, is that quad is kind of I believe it was first a Belgian style. Like you've heard of a double or an imperial.
Well, I have the candies, which are triples.
Right, a triple,
okay.
A quad. Basically means in the case of a quad and a double, they increase the amount of ingredients to bring up the amount of alcohol. And what was the ABV on this?
11.8.
So there you go.
It's more than
it's very I believe the Belgians were the first people to do this, and they've done other things like they'll add brewer's sugar and other things
Have to go
to get the ABV up there, so that when it's in fermentation, the alcohol has more sugar. Excuse me, the yeast has more sugar to convert to alcohol.
At the end of
Very difficult to do a quad. It's if you're a beginner brewer, it's not the thing you jump into and do first time.
at the end of September, when I take my
Speak
birthday,
up! I can't hear you.
At the end of September, when I take my vacation for 2 weeks, we should go to
Belgium.
the Weyerbacher plant and
Yes.
do a tour.
Well, let's do it earlier in the morning because I hear it gets hot there. Well, maybe the end of September will be okay.
End of September is a good time of the year.
Yep.
You know?
Well, the guy from the Weyerbacher Brewery said, if you're going to go, do it before summer, do it after summer, because he's like, it gets hot there.
They don't have air conditioning inside their plants.
Well, maybe not the part they do the tour with. I don't know. I think the storage area they would. But maybe
Anyway,
not.
let's drink it.
Well, are you done with the smell? Any thoughts on the smell?
Smells good.
Smells very good. Mouthwateringly so.
I suppose
All right.
I'm going to have pretty soon the alcohol content.
Yes, cheers. Oh, that is good. Oh yeah. That has a very complex and yet simple flavor. Very reminiscent. This is very Belgian. It reminds me in some ways of the Trappist quad I had. Very rich flavor, subtle undertones, and it's just a little bit of caramel, a little bit of the whiskey flavor, a small but not overpowering component of the alcohol, especially in the aftertaste.
I can drink this every single day.
Smooth going down, no bitterness whatsoever to speak of. A very smooth mouthfeel. This is not something you'd want to chug like any high ABV beer. This is, I would qualify this more as a sipping beer. I wouldn't call this we're watching a football game beer. This is the beer when you're sitting down and you're with your friends. I could see there like being a fire going on. Somebody's making s'mores. You're just kicking back. You don't have anything to do for the rest of the night.
Chocolate,
Yeah. Oh, just really great flavor. Weyerbacher, again, for me, the definition of craft brewery. They do such a great job. This, obviously, a labor of love, not rushed. Again, many subtle tones on the day. Dave, your thoughts on the flavor?
Good.
Good.
Well,
Dave's a professional. He knows how to use all the adjectives.
You took all my adjectives and my pronouns and my nouns and my conjunctional.
Well, yes. Well, feel free.
Out of the racetrack.
All right,
Right out of the chute.
You can, if you, well, do you detect any other flavors other than the one I described?
It's just, it's the
Yeah, it's weird.
roastiness,
I'm looking at the top of your thing here. It almost looks like.
How dare you?
No.
Oh, that one.
No, seriously, look at the top here. It's almost like the bubbles are coming up, and like the little.
Look at it move. There's an ant in there.
It looks like there's an ant there.
Do you know that we saw Ant-Man today?
Yes.
But you know what? Even though how cool the ants were, I'm still gonna stomp on them. I don't care.
Peace and love, peace and love. We're saying that with peace and love.
Sorry. I don't want to feel bad about killing ants, but you know what? That's the one thing I really care about, killing ants.
Now, Dave, is there anything about this flavor that's familiar? Have you had quads before?
I don't know. But I've had 2 triples. Does that make a quad and a double?
I think 2 triples equals 2 triples. It's not a 6.
No. Thought 2
Has
triples
anybody ever come out with a quin?
with some
I've had doubles, I've had triples, I've had quads. Has anyone come out with a quin yet?
quid?
No, not the British currency. A quin, like a quintuplet instead of a quadruplet.
Weyerbacher is a really good distributor.
They're a brewer.
Beers.
They're not a distributor.
And they distribute beers too, don't they?
Well, I suppose they distribute their beers out
Look
to
at all
the
those
beer
cases
distributors.
of Weyerbacher.
Ooh, nice. So yeah, we gotta have. I was so close to Easton recently. I was up at Crystal Cave, Pennsylvania, and I was just like, "How far away is it?" I know I'm at least that far north. It was like an hour away. I was just like, "Oh, if it wasn't 4 o'clock, I'd go."
Weyerbacher has a new beer coming out in August called Tatango. Like as in Tango Unchained? Like in the movie...
so is it called Dango?
The Tango.
It looks like the Tango, but Django was like J... Wasn't it T apostrophe J?
I looked on
or was it J apostrophe T?
It says here, out. Look for it in early August.
Mm. Well, looking forward to that.
Yes.
So, Dave, would you buy this beer?
I did buy this beer.
I mean, after tasting, would you buy it again?
I would, but I'd have to buy it sparingly because it costs almost $10. And that's for one glass of beer.
Well, I think the amount of alcohol you get would actually be, if it's double...
That's like 4 beers, okay?
Or maybe even 4.5. Yeah.
In one bottle.
So it's almost like buying a 4 or 5 pack for $9, you say?
It was $8.99, something like that.
Yeah, so $9. I think that's a good deal.
They have a lot of really good bottles, like the Hobbit beers there. They got the Dragon's Milk. They got
nice.
other kind of big beers.
Well, I would definitely buy this beer. I would recommend this beer. And Dave, it's time now for our rating. This is your first quad, so you don't have a quad scale yet. So, but just on the general beer scale, what do you give this beer?
An 8.5.
8.5.
9.
9.
9.
I give this beer...
Give it a 9. I really like the bottle.
Well, what makes it not a 10?
What makes it not a 10? Because there aren't a lot of 10s out there, and I don't want to stretch my 10s out.
Oh, I was going to say 10.
No, not a 10. No. It's got a little bit of a more... The aftertaste. It's a little more bitter than I like, actually.
Really? I didn't think any bitters.
I did.
I think this is a stupendous quad. I'm going to give this a 9.35.
9.3. What are we doing with 9.3? 9.25, 9.5, 9.75, 9.82765.7.
8675309.
What is this?
That's a number on the wall.
I like it like pi, okay? 3.14. Whatever you call it. Right?
Right.
Right?
Fine. 9.5.
9.5. Wow.
This is very good. I could drink this and have no other beer for the rest of my life and be quite content.
Could you drink like 5 or 6 of these in the nighttime?
Absolutely I could. I'd fall asleep in about 2 minutes, but I could definitely do it. Excuse me, McSnorty.
Well, last night I was drinking. I had a Samuel. I had a tavern beer, then another tavern beer, then I had this beer, that beer. The last beer I had of the night. What was the last beer I had of the night?
Mm-hmm.
I had 9.1.
Black Butte?
No. It was the other kind I usually get. Not the Dirt Wolf, but the
Labatt's Blue.
No, what's the Storm King Stout. The highest alcohol the beer I had of the night was that.
Oh, did you see that one place we go to has the Labatt's on sale? Yeah, $1 rebate. You get a case of Labatt's Blue for $16.
$16 for bottles?
Yeah.
28 pack?
A case, yeah.
Well, their cases come with 28.
I don't know. I just said it said Labatt's Blue and it's got mail-in rebate. So you buy it for $20, it's like $6 off and $16. I remember you said you like Labatt's Blue.
Oh, I love Labatt's Blue, but I usually get it in the 24-ounce cans because you get 12 of those, which is really a case. You get that for $11.99. You can't beat that anywhere.
That's good. Well, Dave, we've gone entirely too long on this because we haven't done a decent beer review in a while. But anyway,
it's our first beer review of the night, and it's already 8:30.
Yeah, it's a little late. But anyway, real quick, please drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive. Pregnant women should not consume alcohol due to the risk of birth defects. If you're drinking, don't operate heavy machinery, and certainly don't drive, although I know I said that already. If you're under 21, please don't watch this nonsense. And don't worry about drinking. It'll be there when you get there.
We're not nonsense.
And the reason we do all this stuff is we believe that you, our viewers, should drink great beers.
And have a good laugh or two.
With your friends. He's my friend. A very good friend, too.
Very good friend.
In fact, I drove her to the movies today, so.
Yes, and
Weyerbacher.
his wife.
Good job, guys. You did it again.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, Weyerbacher. You've done it again.
There it goes. There it goes.
Anyway.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my God.
What's the matter?
See you, people.